Okay, so this is my pitch. I'm trying to come up with a way to engage people to have the conversation that's most important to to achieve whatever we can achieve by in the last moments of the Anthropocene. It's very clear that something is very serious is happening to our planet ecologically. It's biological annihilation in the form of 200 species a day going extinct, and all the predictions about the Arctic were correct, and its demise is our demise, and we know damn well what's underneath the frozen and thawing permafrost, and it's going to accelerate so quickly. These people that had other plans have certainly got to admit that their plan isn't going to work out, So they have a chance. They have one chance to I'm not out for blood here, I think I'm out for justice, and I think they should be anybody stopping us from uniting to a human cause for life. Anybody stopping that should be held to account. Anyone profiting on the misery of human life on this planet and the destruction of its delicate ecosystems that sustain our life should be held to account. But they should first have the chance. They should first have the chance to help us figure out what our ultimate plan is, and and that becomes our world movement purpose, to come up with a global effort from every country, every part of the world that's interested in sustaining life on this planet, is in order to engage the trust of every citizen on the planet. They would have to ensure the dignity and life to every person on this planet, first of all. And I think that's one way of gaining the trust and support of every citizen on the planet, is to promise that no one's going to be marginalized anymore, or going without while others have so much, and then perhaps an agreement to stop poisoning the population with poisonous non-food that we all know exists as part of profit, and a clear plan to take what all that's being squandered for capital gain, all this incredible knowledge for being used for capital gain would be would no longer be used for such things, other than to restore the dignity to our species, which is very quickly going extinct, because as part of the sixth mass extinction, the global environmental breakdown will put the species most dependent on a wide variety of other species to survive in their ecosystem. We're going to be one of the first to go. So anyway, so these are the things I want to discuss openly about with anyone that's willing to, than anyone that has an opinion on it, because I think we're there, and I don't see anybody really taking the torch to do this. I see a lot of people taking care of their own part of the piece of the pie, part of the problem, But there's no way we can address anything. There's no way you can address a problem without seeing the entire scope of the issue. And it's very clear that there's a core root to all of our problems. And this needs to be quickly recognized. And we're no longer at a point where we can justify neither a capitalist or a communist socialist divide. We are beyond that. We are at the last moments of our species, and people trying to keep the delicate nature and truth about this got to realize that this is their chance. This is their chance to turn it around, and give some kind of a purpose to their existence, because we're going to wipe it all out. And I don't know. I don't know how one could be so selfish to do nothing, to say nothing, to not want to do whatever it takes to ensure that we do not destroy life on this planet. Anyway, so I'm hoping to interview Guy McPherson again, but also economist Richard Wolff. I'm really hoping to talk to him. Of course, your support will help me garner the interest and the background, or the backing I need to engage these people in a discussion with me. And I'm going to shoot for the stars with next season. I'm hoping to speak to people like Jim Carrey and Jack White and Roger Waters, and with your help, I'll be able to do that. So anyway, so stick around, and this is the beginning of my my vlog, and I'm working on a couple names. I was thinking of Radical Randy, but I'm not too sure about that one. I was thinking about the end of the world according to Randy. Or give me another suggestion. I'd be happy to involve you. I think we all have a part to play in this, and we all do. And I was teaching a lesson to some kids about sawing wood, and so I explained that there's like hundreds of teeth on that saw blade, and that they're like people that have a task to do something, hundreds of people, and if you only get a few tiny bit of the people doing the work, they just get tired and worn, and a whole lot of nothing gets accomplished. But if you run the blade back and forth very balanced and evenly, many hands make for light work, and the sawing, it goes exactly the way it's supposed to, and it's part of a process. And I'm going to do a lot of. I'm hoping to make a production out of it, and maybe do a pitch, and do a show where, maybe I do an interview, I do a discussion, I do some analogies. I can involve some friends that do animation, and maybe do some short little movie productions that also get the point across. And I really think I've got a network that I can pull it off fairly cost effectively. And so this is also my video to try to get somebody interested in helping me produce such a video, because we all got to do something. And anyway, I'm going to do my part, and I'm hoping to engage others to do theirs. Ciao.